Welcome to the Crimson Engine. Today we are looking at 𝙍𝙐𝑽𝑗𝙄𝙬𝙎 new line of classic cine primes. And wow, is this a different type of lens indeed. So when you're choosing lenses for a project, you have a couple of options. You can choose new, fast, clean, contrasty glass like Sigma's cine primes, like the Canon CNEs, like the Zeiss Master Primes or the ZNCFs. All of these are light, small, fast, all about T1.5. All of them are exceptionally clean. They have coatings on each element, each piece of glass in the lens that reduces flare and a more accurate depiction of what it is that you're filming. This is not ideal for every project, however. Sometimes you want that old glass feel. Sometimes you want those lenses that were made before modern coatings that have a more classic look. By that I mean less contrasty, more flare, something with much more character, something with more individuality. Your options have been to go and find old glass that has been reconditioned or rehoused. The Canon K35s are the classic example of this. Now there are only a couple sets of these left, and they are very hard to get and very expensive. But they give your entire shoot a coherent character without needing to achieve that shot by shot in post, if you can achieve that at all. Another disadvantage, apart from availability, of working with older lenses is that you can rarely get an entire set. They usually aren't geared consistently. The flare and the bokeh qualities will change from lens to lens, so it's hard to get a consistent look across your entire film. So 𝙍𝙐𝑽𝑗𝙄𝙬𝙎 have a really strong set of lenses in their cine primes, which I own and are probably one of the best cine prime sets out there. And they hit upon the idea to make those same lenses, but to use uncoated or different coats on the glass elements in order to get a classic look. That way you have all the consistency and the build quality of modern lenses with a, classic bokeh diffusion flaring look. This is how they came up with the Sigma Classic primes. You can tell they're classic because they have a gold embossed cursive word classic underneath the T-stop. And you'll notice that the T-stop is T25 instead of the T1.5 that you get on the cine primes. This is because without the coating, each element has more refraction, and as a result, not as much light passes through. So when you combine that across all of the elements, that 4% adds up to lose 2 stops of light. What you get instead is this amazing, soft, creamy aesthetic with lots of blooming highlights, amazing flare, and a look that's unlike anything else out there. There are only 30 sets of the Sigma Classic primes available in the world, and you can only buy them as an entire set. These lenses are particularly useful for people who are trying to create dreamy period drama look without or in addition to in-air diffusion like a fog machine or a hazer. They're perfect for things like car commercials or anything where you have lights pointing into the lens and are going to give you that amazing flare aesthetic. In my test, I found that the closer the light source was to the camera, the more extreme the flare was. So I can imagine a car commercial where the car pulls around the corner and pings the lens with the headlights, and you get this absolute firework effect of lens flares. It's really spectacular. It's amazing how much character these lenses have. It is definitely a look. It has such low contrast. They really turned it up to 11, and you see how far lenses have come. I'm really glad that they didn't try and split the difference with these lenses and have sort of a little bit of flare and a little bit of character, but then stick with the existing. You get this really strong character and a really distinctive, wonderful look for these lenses. Outside, they give this very dreamy, mystical look that could be perfect for shooting some kind of fantasy aesthetic or an idyllic childhood flashback. So that is my look at the Sigma Cine Classic lenses. Like I said, there is a limited supply of them, but major rental houses in big cities are getting hold of them, and hopefully online camera rentals will soon have stock available where you can rent individual lenses rather than the entire set. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time.